Oppo's InnoDay brings us the Oppo Find N, the brand's first flagship foldable device. As soon as you look at the device, the first thing you see is its 5.49-inch outer display. Really small, easy to hold, and frankly speaking, just one of the best foldable form factors I've held in a long time. When you open it up, you have an immersive 7.1-inch inner display. If you've used a foldable device before, the first thing you will notice is the fact that this has almost no crease, and that is so good to see. I always stood by the fact that foldable displays could be forgiven for the crease, but just the fact that it doesn't have it is amazing. Another thing the hinge provides is that there is no gap when the device is closed, and I love that. The inner display is called their 12-layer Serene display, which also has a 0.03mm Flexion UTG or ultra-thin glass. The inner display is an LTPO display that has an adaptive refresh rate and can go from 1 to 120 Hz, while as the outer one is just a 60 Hz display. The inner display also has a touch sampling rate of 1000 Hz. Now there's a whole lot of Oppo's proprietary tech here, including their Flexion hinge, which has a water drop style which minimizes the crease. The hinge also has 136 components with extreme precision of up to 0.01mm. Like Samsung's current foldables, the device can freely stand from 50 to 120 degrees, which I have said is always a very useful feature. As far as specs go, you've got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888, you've got 12GB of RAM and up to 512GB of UFS 3.1 storage. There's also a 4500 mAh battery, 33-watt SuperVOOC charging, 15-watt AirVOOC wireless charging, and 10-watt reverse wireless charging. There's a side mount fingerprint scanner, which also is the power button, and there's a dual speaker system with Dolby Atmos support. The Oppo Find N is going to come with a triple camera setup on the back, which will have a 50MP wide main sensor, which is the Sony IMX766, a 16-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 13-megapixel telephoto lens. The selfie cameras on both the inner and outer displays are 32-megapixel cameras. Oppo claims that there is immense optimization for apps on the Oppo Find N, which can be seen here in the camera, where you have something called flex form mode, which basically uses the camera, or let's say optimizes the camera depending on how you've kept it open. In my opinion, the Oppo Find N is a great example of what foldables should be. While quite thick when closed up, it's still very comfortable to hold. It's easy to use the outer display as well as the inner display. It gives you a larger display but doesn't go to the point where it's uncomfortable. Unfortunately, the Oppo Find N is only going to be released in China, and we maybe can hope to see an Oppo Find N 2, but for now this is what we know. Let us know what you think of the device in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching.